got to talk to Snake a little bit. He said, I know Cristobal was also texting back, back before that. So Chris, your future boss, said to stand next to me what he said, and he just decided to look at people don't realize this because I know Del Conte doesn't know, Castiglione I've known off knowledge is a movie. What people don't realize is Chris Castiglione mentored Del Conte. They both came from artists. That's what people don't realize. That one of the most fiercest rivalries in college football, the two ADs are BFFs, and they always joke around like it's an Avenue story when they're together. Well, they were together at the high school coaches convention in San Antonio. I don't know how they were talking about. They were just not even recording. That's what I said. And you just
showed Castiglione with Pomona. The AD.
Yeah. Because there was an opening at a major school shortly after Castiglione to Oklahoma. Castiglione said, "Chris, you're not ready yet." So what happened was, back in even Greg Sankey doesn't know. If you want to find quality athletic records, everybody has time for rights. Castiglione and Del Conte were ADs at. Yeah, just texted me. I said, "What do you want to do?"
Street ain't listen to what? What street ain't listen to?
The only time I ever went anything else was when I watched the NFL streams and see all the Fox Pro Nets with the crap and all. It's Middle War. It's the mask singer. Leave the damn mask on. I don't care. So, you remember when TV and you would want to race on the well, people might not like the Russians, but they have a whole bunch of duplicated sites that are working. Or even watching the NFL, I don't like the Cowboys. I'm going to go watch that instead.
I'm waiting for Mario to come in here.
So usually when I cover a game, when it's not this late, I'm sure like that.
The Hurricane Kilo, I couldn't watch it that well. I did Shamar Stewart play. When I'm down there working, I can't really watch it. I had to go back and watch it. That was frustrating to watch, bro. To watch the offense allow their offense to get over on our defense, because their offense was pedestrian too. But our offense and special teams just gave them enough chances to win the game.
I still don't know what to make of Ohio State because they play their first. They don't play a road game until October the 8th. I don't even know what they did against Toledo today.
Okay, so man, I'm waiting for Coach Mario, and then we'll probably get 3 players.
Yeah, like App State needed to have they dominated A&M. Thankfully, App State goes to Texas State, which means we can watch them. Well, you just do ESPN, or do you?
It's on ABC.
I was gonna say, because it was 50-50 chance at 2:30 CBS are taking this Penn State.
Yeah, homegirl.
Damn, 77-21 overtime. I thought we were pretty careful. I'm surprised they didn't hold up the start because when it got to like 20 minutes before kickoff here.
Yeah, Sean Reynolds. Shout out, show Sean Reynolds. Well, I've been saying that. Sean Reynolds. Yeah, I've been saying that. I told y'all Samar Stewart was an NFL player. Right now, I'm worried about our players, dog. Right now, I'm worried about us. We look kind of pedestrian, dog. Yeah, I got to go back and watch it. How did Stevenson play? I mean, you're the second person to say something about Stevenson. But I did see y'all homeboy Mo at the game. Mo had some front row seats, dog. I walked by Mo and he touched me. He was like, "What's up, man?" And Mo say, "You see my boy Shamar there?" Listen, man, TBD looked really uncomfortable. The wide receivers, when they had a chance, a lot of them dropped passes. And sometimes when they were open, TBD missed them. I said it. All our offense had to do was do something. TBD was our great equalizer. Well, we thought TBD was our great equalizer. Well, here, Coach Mario, come on.
All right, everyone, we'll start with the opening statement from head coach Mario Cristobal.
Appreciate you being here. Obviously, played hard, played physical, played tough. Mistakes, miscues, and certainly gave ourselves a chance to at least tie the game there in the end. But not good enough. So we got to get better. Part of the fact that we know how to compete, or at least we showed that we can compete in a difficult environment, but competing in itself is just not enough. You got to execute. You got to prevent shooting yourself in the foot on some things. But we got a high character team. Competitive character is high, and we got to get back to working better.
Well, you guys have been playing pretty well on special teams the first two games. A decision by Tyreek there. I think the ball should 9 times out of 10 probably going to touch the play.
Yeah, you made a poor decision. One that I'm sure you carry that one with you. So that's very uncharacteristic of him. He's been a good decision maker, and certainly got the gave him football and it's one to touch.
Touchdown efficiency is that stories of the game.
Got to be right. Down there 4 times, 3 field goals, 3 field goal, 1 block as well, correct? So we had a couple of penalties down there as well. We had a legal man downfield. That certainly hurt us to put us behind the sticks. It's not good enough. If you're going to get down in the red zone against a team like this at their place, with as good as their defense is, you got to score touchdowns. Try to put them, behind a little bit and make them chuck the ball around a little bit. Our D-line was playing well. Our D-line was getting after them, putting some pressure on the quarterback. A couple runs popped out, footballed them up for the most part, but certainly the defense thought they played a really good game. And offensively, we had our moments, but we had our miscues. We had some drop balls. We had some penalties, especially on the next to last drive where we had that punt. Gave ourselves a chance with the defense playing great again. Gave us the last possession, but not good enough.
Mario, Tyler's performance was off tonight. Is that, how much was him, do you think, and how much was, I know he's down the receiver?
Well, we've got to catch the ball too now, There were some things he did really, really well. Sometimes he just flushed out of there and avoided pressure, avoided sacks, got rid of the ball. Made some good decisions in the run game as well. Tried to run him a couple times. They were squeezing the backside so much, but we got to do a better job as a supporting cast to give him an opportunity. He made some really good throws. Sometimes we had some good catches. Sometimes we didn't. We don't point fingers in there. We don't do that. We played hard. We played physical. We played with intensity. We competed like crazy in good games. I should say against good opponents in tough environments. You've got to avoid making the mistakes that we make. You've got to avoid putting yourself in those down and distance situations. You've got to avoid making a mistake on a ball that bounces on a punt. So we'll learn. We'll learn and we'll grow. And bottom line is no one's going to pick us out. No one's going to help us. We've got to help ourselves. That's what Hurricanes do. And so that's it all forward.
At 17-3, you all had 4th and goal to 5. you just talk about going for the field goal instead of trying for the touchdown and get it 17-10?
Yeah, I thought we needed points, thought we needed a little bit of momentum. We had been down there, had one blocked, and missed another field goal as well. Before we're just outside the red zone. Thought it was gonna get some points on the board and make it a productive drive.
How long might Xavier be out? Is there hope that he might be
Yeah,
back?
I'm sorry.
How long might Xavier Restrepo be out? Is there any hope that he might be back sometime soon, or just?
It'll be a while. It'll be minimum 6 weeks. So,
Mark, 27 first downs without a touchdown. Have you ever seen that before? Like, that's,
it's hard, right? Hard to imagine. It's hard to imagine. We had some really, really nice runs. Got a couple chunk plays in the passing game, and just missed opportunities. Give them credit. That's a good football team. They got a lot of really good players. Their D-line is outstanding. They call it a good game on both sides of the ball, and the other guys handled the environment well. I don't see anything that was shown by our opponent that confused us. I think we practiced what we saw. We executed well on some plays, and other times just some real critical errors that it's going to be tough to overcome them. You know, in a way you're fortunate to get a possession at the end of the game and try to tie it when you make some of the mistakes that we made. But now going back to the team in terms of effort and toughness, I love it. I mean, we go hard, and there's no quit in the team. And now real is real. We've got to get better. Playing a tight game doesn't automatically make you more successful next week. We got to go to work. We got to look in the mirror and face reality. We give up some opportunities that you just can't give. And we did that. And that's upsetting. And, it should burn. It needs to burn. It needs to feel really, in a way, motivational, knowing that we could be a good team, but becoming a good team is not just going to happen. We've got to keep working. And we've made some progress, but we should have, could have coached better tonight, we could have played better tonight, we could have executed better tonight. And so we got back, and we get back to work.
A couple more questions for Coach.
What was your overall impression of the defense? Bunch of tackles for loss, few sacks, a lot of stops that really kept you in the game tonight.
Yeah, the front seven, particularly the front four, put a lot of pressure on them, made them uncomfortable. And even some of those they made were under duress. I mean, they were consistently in the backfield. They got us on a couple of their gap schemes. They ran counter and split zone. A couple wide zones they hit as well, but aside from that, like you mentioned, made some negative plays. Certainly, I think we had 3 or 4 sacks, but several quarterback hits that made it uncomfortable for the quarterback and allowed our coverages to play tighter. That goes hand in hand. So, proud of the entire team of our effort, not the end result. So back to the process.
Mary, how do you think these guys will rebound from this, in any way, mentally, emotionally, whatever?
Well, there's no choice. It's really not a choice. We've worked very hard to become a competitive football team and have an opportunity to punch through on a big stage like this, and we came up short. There's no sugarcoating that, and I'm not going to sugarcoat that. Okay, we have to go and get better and eliminate issues that hurt us in this game, and also things that we do well to get better at them and go forward. But no one else is going to pick us up. We got to do it ourselves.
Great. Thank you very much, Coach.
All right.
Thank you.
Thanks for the time.
That's Mario Cristobal, and 85 rushing yards out of Henry Parrish, 77 rushing balls out of Jalen Knight. That's a nice night out of the running game for it to end up in a loss. I mean, you run the ball like that on the road. I mean, a lot of times you should get out of there with a win. Hit the like button for me, man. Hit the like button for me. Yeah, no, we probably get 2 or 3 players. That was very difficult to watch.
Oh, I see, I haven't. Story up, just, I guarantee you, a few people are waking up and checking it out. Right. Nobody did it.
See, that's the thing is, once I clear, like, College Station, I do about 85 most of the way, slow down in one town, and just keep
No
going.
kidding.
That was like watching constipation.
No, I can't, because I still have this.
Yeah, I'm just listening to somebody talk. Yeah, Miami didn't. I think Thad had one carry. I'm looking at. No touchdowns. I think we was in the red zone 3 or 4 times. TVD 21 to 41, 217 yards. Average pass was 5 yards pass. You say you're proud of Flag and Ivy. I gotta go watch the game again. When I'm on the sideline working, make sure you hit the like button for me, man, and share for me. We got Safari Harvey.
All right, we'll go right into questions for defensive end Jafari Harvey.
You guys had so many good moments out there, but Coach said, there's no consolation prizes. What do you guys take home from this experience?
You gotta know that in difficult situations, when adversity strikes, we got to take that as a team and continue to fight and keep moving forward.
We have a pretty big offensive line, and you guys tonight felt like dominated up front at times. Just to have that kind of effort on this stage and 107,000 people, is there something that you should take away from that going home?
Just keep working. Every week's a big week, so practice every day. We just got the same goal. Get it back there, stop in the first, second, get the third down.
Jafari, when you guys were in the backfield a lot tonight, I think 3 or 4 sacks, a lot. What did you guys see from their offensive line?
They're a good group, but we just play with like air fire. Tremendous effort. I'm proud of them boys. Just feel all they have.
And when you guys are kind of rolling like that, you guys kind of feed up each other, like you guys are getting a lot of close stuff there late in the game.
So we're all brothers, we love everybody. When each other make plays, that gives us energy, that helps us play better.
How do you all use this game where the offense, you all dominate, give them 255? I know it's a loss, but what do you take from this being able to go forward? Because the defense did pretty much everything they could tonight.
We just got to continue to gel together, take this as a learning opportunity, watch that film, get back at it tomorrow, and leave it in the past. We got Middle Tennessee on Saturday.
Tyreek is a leader for you guys on defense, obviously. You had the fumble and the punt. Just how do you kind of pick his spirits up, wondering how he was after the game?
His spirits is, we let him know, like, it's football. Something's going to happen that we didn't want to happen, but we just got to move on to the next play because we don't have anybody think about that moment. So just move on to the next play and just play the best football after that.
Tomorrow, you guys will look back at that sequence after that punt fumble. And I know you guys always talk about sudden change and responding and stuff, and they hit those couple big plays. You scored very quickly. Is that something that as a defense you guys will take a hard look at and try to respond better with?
Definitely, we gotta respond better to adversity. I think we will moving forward. That's a learning opportunity. We know how it feels now, so we don't want that ever happen again. So we just treating that as a learning opportunity moving forward.
Great. Thank you very much, Mark.
Appreciate you.
Thank you.
TVD will be back next year. I mean, once again, man, I think 87 yards. Once again, man, 87 yards out of Parrish, I think 77 yards out of Rooster. Ran the ball pretty well. Shout out to Richie, man. Richie said we need some playmakers at wide receiver. I gotta go look at the film, man. I can't tell if it's the wide receivers, the offense. I mean, y'all let me know what it looked like from when y'all vantage point. The wide receivers, the offense, TBD. From the sideline, man, I noticed a lot of times there aren't guys open until they started doing the short stuff in the second half. I mean, in the second half when they started doing the short stuff and running guys open with the dinking and the dunking. I don't know, bro. I don't know if it's the route combination, man. But I do know TBD looks uncomfortable. I don't know if he's uncomfortable with the offense, uncomfortable with, I'm sure it was wide receivers, but he's the leader of this thing. He makes this thing go. Period, though. He makes this thing go, and I said it before. Hit the like button for me. I said it before. We needed a game out of him, though. And 55 yards in the first half, or whatever it was he had. I mean, he was our equalizer. He was our safety blanket. We thought we had a Heisman Trophy candidate, and I felt he was the one that could make a difference in this game. We were able to run the ball. That's the confusing part. And no touchdowns.
Who's gonna go eat for?
Yeah, that's how I feel too. Maybe not good.
Yeah, you gotta agree. Don't be an 8-14.
That's bad news.
I don't see any wins for them, bro. They're not good, bro. They're not good. Texas A&M.
You've never been in the press box when it's been swinging?
Not like that, no.
Yeah,
I have. It's kind of soothing, actually.
yeah.
Well, teach their own.
That's kind of what they did last
I
year.
disagree.
I just put somebody, a friend.
Anybody see Shamar Stewart?
Covers Alabama. How'd you like
Fucking
this?
play,
I
bro.
said, felt like.
So yeah, people thought he was soft. He takes times off. Fucking play, bro. He was bored in high school. That's what he was.
Y'all want to write your questions for quarterback Tyler Van Dyke?
Tyler, what was it like playing in this atmosphere? 107,000 people, it's swinging around, and I mean, you had to use a silent count a lot. I mean, talk about first off playing in this atmosphere.
Yeah, it was a great atmosphere, good game. Unfortunately, we lost. Great team to play. Yeah, great atmosphere.
Kind of just, I guess your level of frustration as an offense. You guys had some opportunities in the red zone, just couldn't come up with the touchdowns. Kind of what happened there?
Yeah, we beat ourselves, you know. Obviously, great team to play. We had great defense. Did a great job of keeping us out of the end zone, you know. Yeah, we gotta be better in the red zone. We gotta score them, and we had so many opportunities to do so. We just gotta get better from it, and we're going back to work this week.
Tyler, without Xavier in there today, obviously, been your top target for 2 games. What issue did that create, not having him in the slot there?
No, I mean, the next guy's gotta step up, and we just gotta go back to work. Everybody has to get better. I have to get better. We just have to go back to work. This week in practice, and
Tyler, what do you take from this? I mean, it really was your first big game on the road, national game. I mean, with everything you accomplished last year, I mean, this still was your, the first time you experienced this. What do you take from this?
yeah, I mean, I felt comfortable out there. I mean, no time I was rattled or felt like the crap got to me at all. I mean, we moved the ball. We just gotta finish in the red zone. We gotta score touchdowns, and kicking field goal is not gonna do it. It's not gonna. I mean, it'll help us win games, but we gotta get the ball in the end zone. 6 points is better than 3. So.
Tyler, obviously, I haven't watched any film or anything like that yet, but just your first impressions are what are some of the things you think you need to do better?
I gotta be a little more accurate. Certain times in the game, just gotta make throws. I mean,
obviously getting pressure, getting hit, at the same time making throw, but that's what it's all about. That's what playing quarterback in Miami is, and playing these big games, you gotta make throws, pressure in the face, so, you just gotta get better from that.
Was there any discussion, 17-3, 4th and goal at the 5, was there any discussion between you and Cristobal about going forward instead of going for the field goal, knowing at some point you're gonna have to get in the end zone?
No, I mean, I trust them. I mean, we had plenty of chances to get in the end zone. Even at the end of the game, we had the ball around 40 and 45, and we had chances to win the game and score. And so, I trust his cause, and I trust him believing him.
I don't want to assume that this was the pass maybe you got the most, but you had Redding open, crossing it in the second half. I think it was third quarter. Was that the one that maybe?
Yeah, I gotta hit that. I mean, I got hit one time, but I gotta make that throw. That's what playing quarterback in Miami and playing these games. You gotta make those throws with people in your face. So, no excuses there.
You guys had 27 first downs, so you moved the ball a lot during the course of the game. What changed in the red zone?
We just gotta be more physical and just get the ball in the end zone. I mean, you know, we did move the ball really well. Going down, having bad field position early in the game, and at certain times in the game, we moved the ball, and we just gotta finish in the red zone. You know, just be more physical than other team, and just understand that we just gotta score touchdowns.
Jacoby George's first game back, he made some plays. Talk to us about Jacoby being back in the fold.
Yeah, Jacoby is a great player, explosive player. Definitely the ball, it's pretty good more. Obviously his first game back, so he's kind of getting back to the swing of things. So he's an explosive player, and we should really get the ball in his hands a little more.
You guys said they only dropped one pass the first 2 games, and obviously tonight, what did you kind of tell the guys after the game?
Just keep your head up, keep working. We all gotta get better. I gotta make better throws for them to catch it better. So I know they're gonna keep working at it, get on the drug machine, and they're just gonna keep working.
What do you think of the offensive line today? I don't think you got sacked. You really got hit a couple times, but I don't think you got in there for a sack, and the deal with some pretty good the run game too.
They did a good job. Made no sacks, ran the ball really well, and making some good holes for the running back. So those guys did a great job. And obviously, they probably feel like they could have done better, but they did a great job. And we all just have to go back to work.
Thank you very much, Tom.
Thank you.
Tyler Van Dyke.
Appreciate it.
Shout out to Sean Rounds 199. Say TBD, you're in the house. Look at my conditions on this. Oh man, Sean, you gonna make me read that out loud, huh? So yeah, man, the one confusing stat is Henry Parrish, Jalen Knighton averaged 5.3 yards a carry. Knighton averaged 5.5 yards a carry. Tyler averaged 5.3 yards a pass. Tyler was 21 to 41, 217. Knighton had 77 yards. And Parrish had 85 yards. I mean, Texas A&M offense. That drop punt gave them a lot of momentum, but their offense was pedestrian, bro. I was saying before the game, that they looked really undisciplined. They were talking to the crowd. Yeah, just really a loose team. We were focused, and I thought we could come here in a hostile environment.
You guys are going to write questions for tight end Will Mallory?
Will, how worried were you on that hit and you have it on your head? Were you kind of like, okay, just precautionary, or you kind of scared yourself?
No, I think yeah, just precautionary. You want to see land on your head, you just want to make sure everything's all right. Probably just getting more anything, that everyone's around you and stuff, but no, it was all good, so I'm fine.
Do you remember what from your vantage point, what happened?
I was just trying to stiff arm the guy, and then we just both, and from what I remember, we just both ended up going down. I just flipped and landed on my head, on top of my head, so yeah, just kind of one of those freak things, but that was all good.
Hey, well, you guys moved the ball up and down the field a lot tonight, but couldn't get it done inside the red zone. What do you think broke down in there?
It just comes down to execution, like you said. We're driving down, we're doing a good job of these long drives, and
getting the ball down there, but it just comes down to execution. Couldn't finish those drives in there and when we needed to, so it's obviously something that we have to work on that starts tomorrow. So, we come to a place like this, we play a great team like Texas A&M, we got to finish drives. Got to help our defense out, they're doing a good job, stopping them. So we got to go out there and finish them. We just got to get back to work tomorrow.
How do you feel you all were able to handle the atmosphere? Because they only had 255 yards, and it kind of felt like you all were at least being able to do a good job in a crowd of 107,000.
Yeah, I'm proud of how the guys fought, the coach said, gotta be physical. I thought guys were playing well, there's just mistakes and, kind of execution stuff that we have to clean up, Coming to a place like this, it's one of the coolest places I've ever played, So I don't think the atmosphere or anything was too big for us at all. But, the guys did well, handled it well, we just gotta execute and finish.
What did you think of, how the blocking game worked tonight? Guys kept Tyler, pretty clean, no sacks, and running game was pretty good tonight too.
Yeah, I'm extremely happy, offensive line and the tight end, we got in there and got to do some stuff. I thought we moved the ball well, we felt good in there, we felt strong, we felt physical. Obviously there's always stuff we can clean up and, keep improving on, so we'll check the film, we'll come back tomorrow, we just got to improve that.
Terry's one of the leaders for you guys, and obviously that was a mistake. I'm sure he regrets and talked to you guys after the game at all. It was fun.
No, and that's there's plenty of other stuff, that comes into the game as well. I had a holding penalty, and I can't let him, from the senior tight end. That's a drive killer. So there's all areas and stuff that we have to clean up, and myself included. So we just got to come back tomorrow. We got to fix that stuff because we still got a long season ahead of us. ACC play starts in 2 weeks, so we just got to keep working. All right. Thanks, Will.
Thank you, guys.
DJ, he's gonna roll something right now. Thanks, Will.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Good night. Alright, man, DJ Ivy. I didn't even know we added one more person, man. I'm just gonna get back to pick up my stuff, man, and get up out of here. So listen, man, I mean, that was like watching constipation, bro. I mean, like I say, the atmosphere is a crazy atmosphere. I don't know if y'all can hear me. I don't even know if I have a signal right now. Yeah, the atmosphere is a crazy atmosphere. But Miami handled it well. Before the game, Miami was they were focused. Like I said, I didn't think Texas A&M was focused. And you see how the game started. I think that muff punt changed a lot in the momentum, gave them a touchdown, and their offense isn't that good. But our offense wasn't that good tonight either. 87 rushing yards by Paris, 77 rushing yards by Rooster, and no touchdowns, dog. I think like 20 first downs and no touchdowns. When I'm working out here and I can see some of the game, but I can't really watch the game like that, so I have to go rewatch the game, look at the film. But I tell you, Tyler looks uncomfortable, and I don't know if it's him or it's him in the offense.